Today we're going to be talking about the new lunar event and how to prepare for it. So first, in order for the blood moon to happen, you need to be in a specific scenario. Whenever you go to a new server, you can basically check the server tags and you will see Visional Lunacy, Visional Anomalous Vision, and then there's going to be these three markers on Combat Environment. And whenever you see that, that is the lunar server. So the blood moon event happens every 45 minutes. Once it starts happening, you have 15 minutes to loot crates that spawn around every POI. When you kill mobs, you will get Lunar Whisperers, which then you can use these Whisperers as a currency to open boxes. You will get loot from tier 1 to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, and tier 5, depending on what level you are. So if you're level 20, you will get tier 3 loot. If you're level 30, you will get tier 4 loot, and if you're level 40, you will get tier 5 loot. However, I think these rewards are capped from the boxes. If you loot too many per day, you will not get the weapons anymore, as they will reset every single day. You also might be wondering, what's the point of this lunar event? Well, the point is, obviously, first of all, is you get mod parts when you loot them. It'll be from green to blue to purple to gold, depends on what area you loot them in. You can disassemble the mods you don't want. You don't actually have to wait 4 hours every time you do the event, because all boxes reset every 4 hours in the game, while these ones, they reset every single time. Every new Blood Moon event happens, they will reset every 45 minutes. And you can loot up to 23 crates per one Blood Moon event. Maybe you could loot 26 if you time it very properly. Most likely you can, but there's currently a bug when you loot these boxes. They cancel the animation and then you have to reload it again and again and again, which wastes your time so much. But the main purpose of looting these boxes is this: the new deviations. You can get a Lone Wolf's Whisperer Lunar Oracle. And what this does is it has a gold perk which will give you weapon damage 5% when synced, and it will get increased up to 7.5 whenever your sanity is below 30%. Just by getting the dog, it's already going to be crazy damage boost because of that sinking 5% weapon damage. Of course, it will do less damage because it's level 3. As you can see, it's only giving you 32.4% weapon damage when you summon it and when it attacks a boss. But compare that to level 5, it gives 43.2. But of course, you don't get the sinking in weapon damage boost. If you're so lucky, which there's definitely going to be people that will be lucky, you can get this. You could get a level 5, and the golden perk that could be here could be a crack shot. So you actually get 10% weapon damage when you sink it in instead of 5. But you gotta be very lucky for that to happen. Anyways, how do we prepare for this event? So first of all, I'm using Bullseye for farming, and on your Bullseye weapons you can put Recover Mark. What Recover Mark does is when you kill an enemy, it gives you back HP and it gives you stamina. So you're constantly never gonna run out of stamina when you kill mobs. You can do the same with your sniper, but I just put Vulnerability Amplifier on it. And I use my main gun, Wolfire, to kill enemies. For the cradles, you want to have the, obviously, damage boost and stuff. But of course, you need to check out these 3 new cradle perks that they've added. This one's old, but it's really good for this event because you just need to summon a deviation and it will give you a shield that will absorb any damage. So for example, right now, if I spawn my deviation, you can see that there's a shield above my health bar, and that will stay until it gets depleted. And once the cooldown resets, you're able to spawn your deviation again and the shield will get refreshed. So you basically have extra HP, and sanity doesn't affect it. Then we have resilience. When your sanity is below 30%, damage received from deviants is reduced by 30%. This is good. You can use that if you have extra slots in your cradle. You'll just survive longer. Although me, I don't use this. This one is enough, and I just put in some damage buffs to kill deviations faster. And of course, the chaotic thoughts too is when you have a whim due to low sanity, you get more damage reduction as well. So that's it for the cradle. That's what you can use. Now, as you can see, lunacy. This debuff you will get once the Blood Moon starts. So all you need to know is that when you kill enemies, you gain sanity back. And whenever you have the lowest amount of HP, you will get more Lunar Whisperers whenever you kill mobs. As you can see here, it says defeating enemies, gathering resources, or fishing has a chance of getting you the special material Lunar Whisperer. And if you die during the Blood Moon event, you will lose this lunacy status, which means you won't be able to open the Blood Moon chests anymore, which means you'll have to wait for the next event to happen. Looting these chests could give you a new recipe, which you can use to craft a stimulant, which will give you back the lunacy buff. which is this right here, Lunacy Stimulant. Whenever the Blood Moon event starts, and if you died and you lost your Lunacy debuff, then you can just pop the syringe here, and boom, you will have the Lunacy status again, and you will be able to loot the Blood Moon chests. As for, do you really need to reduce your sanity? You actually don't really need to, but if you want to find the mobs tough to kill, then you can get yourself a fruit tea, put coneflower in the first slot, and if whenever you drink fruit tea, you will not get sanity increase. And this is very easy to craft. The best spot to get coneflower is this spot over here. So just TP to this tower, south high bank teleportation tower, run down over here to this field. There will be some coneflowers, and after you pick some, then just go to the right side of the bridge here. You will find some coneflowers over here. I put a marker here, and that's it. Once you come back, you'll have around 20 coneflowers. It is easier to run these crates together with your teammates, but whenever there's more people, it feels like the chests are more buggy and harder to open, so it's better to actually run solo. Out of all of these new lunar type deviations, Lone Wolf seems to be the best if you're running a physical damage build. Of course, you can also get a Snow Sprite, which when you sink it in, you get status damage 5%. Combine that with a Psychic Kid trait, you will get another extra status damage 5%, which is actually insane. The best part is that you can get level 5s straight away in phase 1. As you can see, my server is in phase 1, it ends in 3 days, and people already have level 5s. Do note that all of these deviations can be obtained in any server, like in Way of Winter, Manibus, evolutions called Prismers. All you need to do is just loot crates. You cannot get these deviations from killing bosses or anything else. It's just from looting the Blood Moon crates. Now, my extra tip for you guys, make sure to go to your armor bench, go to the gloves, and select the hides. You will find Lunar Wool, Lunar Rabbit Fur, Lunar Wolf Skin, Lunar Deer Hide. Use any of these that you want, whichever you don't need, and craft yourself gloves with that specific lunar type hide. What that does is it will give you Lunar Whisper yield plus 20%, and the effect doubles if HP is below 30%. You'll just get shitloads of Lunar Whisperers, and you barely actually need to kill stuff. The only main thing you'll need to do is just when you loot crates, there will be these red elite mobs spawning. You just need to kill them, and you will get around 30 plus Lunar Whispers per kill. After the new update released, you can actually now teleport to your camp. Alright, that's it for this video. Now, here's the full route for opening all these crates. Keep in mind that the higher tier area you open, the better the rewards the crate will have.